Well, I spent some time looking up my old stuff. I got my vacuum pump down there, my breather cloth, um, my peel ply, and what I had thought of, I cut the wing so it had both sides. So I got one side and then the other side, and I was going to glue them together like this, and carbon fiber, put carbon fiber on them and vacuum bag it. Well, we're not going to do that. I am going to do it right, and I'm going to take this 2-ounce cloth and cloth this, and then sand it and polish it to a mirror finish. Then I'm going to take my molding stuff that I make the prop molds out of, and the gray stuff I make the landing gear molds out of, and I'm just going to make this one wing. So we got one wing, and when I get ready to put them together, it'll be two halves. I'll make one side one day and then one side the next day, and then put them together on the third day, and that way I'll have a perfect wing. It'll all be exactly the same, symmetrical, because all the sides are the same. In order to do that, there's one other step that I need to do. So we're going to fiberglass this. Then I need to make a parting board. So I'll take this phenolic and I'll cut a perfect hole in it. And then it'll sink down halfway. I'll clay it up. It'll sink down halfway in there. And I will pour the mold on top of this. Then pull the mold off, pull the parting board off, turn it over, and pour the other side. So we'll have two. It'll be a clamshell mold. That way I get a super nice finish. As nice as I can make this, I get the wing finished in carbon. And I also got to thinking, now I don't know how many people fly this event, Perky, but I'm going to build this airplane, the whole thing out of carbon fiber. And if somebody wants to buy one, I'll sell one or sell it in a kit or something along those lines. I might as well recoup some of the funds for as much time as this is going to take to do. But the real reason behind all this rigmarole is if I can do this, I can make a stabilizer, elevator, flaps, whatever I want to make by doing it this way. So that's the reason behind it. So the first step in this process is going to be getting this thing covered. Hey, Steve. Yeah, it'll be different. It'll look just like my fuel tank. So we're not going to get a whole lot done tonight. I'll get this resined up. Yep, all carbon fiber Perky. And be take apart. Be like 3 screws to hold it together. 2 at the wings and 1 at the tail post. So this is the first thing, is to get this glass laid down. Two layers. We're going to do 2 layers, and then tomorrow I will sand it, fill it, and make it absolutely perfectly smooth. And then paint it urethane or a gloss paint so that whatever this looks like is what my mold will look like, if that makes sense. So let's see. We want to do it. It don't matter. Guess I better have some gloves. Gonna be messy. But at least this way you'll get to see the whole process of building a custom carbon part. Fuselage, I think, is going to be a top and a bottom. I'm just not exactly sure how I want to do that. Like a speed pan out of carbon. I wish I had a harder's pan. I would mold a harder's pan out of carbon. I am mixing Z-epoxy for this. This is just the plug. It will be made out of EPON 862 when I mold it up. This is not the part. This is the plug. We're making the mold. This is the plug. You'll understand when it's done. I could have made it if I had a piece of plastic. I could have made this plug out of plastic, and I wouldn't have had to do any resin. But okay, how do we want to do this? I guess we can try to pick it up. We got one or two. We only got one. Damn. So this is probably not going to be a real long video. Anybody is interested in buying one of these Perky wings or a Perky kit or a complete Perky, send me a message on Stun Hanger. I know this is going to be a super cool. Shit, we need some resin on there. It's not sticking. There it is. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing. It's because I don't. This is an experiment. But I got a good idea this is going to work really good. Probably could do this one half at a time, top and then bottom. Make it perfect, but I don't foresee after I sand it and fill it with Bondo and primer and get it perfectly smooth, I don't see what difference it makes. It'll be fine. I was going to do this half-ass and do this and do the ribs in there and then pour gasoline inside it. But I think the way I'm going to do it is going to be lighter, stronger, and better. I believe. I'm going to need some more resin. I don't know that I can do both sides one at the same time. I guess I better wipe these scissors off really good when I'm done here. They'll be ruined. Yep. may take a couple go arounds to do this. Couple coats, I think. Okay, let's check out the. Yep, I'm sure it'll take a couple of coats. So before I go to bed tonight, this will be dry. I'll give it a rough sanding and give it another coat. So tomorrow I can sand it and fill it with putty and primer and everything and get it absolutely super slick. And maybe tomorrow night we can make the mold. Maybe. Okay. I think I'm going to have to mix up some more epoxy though. Let me get rid of this in the trash. New gloves. Mix up some more epoxy. Yep, we're just making the mold right now. For those who've never done this, you watch this series, it's going to be a bigger process than you can imagine. But I want to do it right so I don't have to sand it or paint it. I just want to pop it out of the mold and screw it together, and that's it. Put the AMA numbers on it and go. Okie dokie. Better get some gloves on again. So you're going to want to pay attention to the next couple of parts. This part is the easy part. All of it's easy, but the next part, or maybe not the next, but the one after that will be the one where we're making some progress and getting the thing, gloves, laid out to where you can get a grip on how this is all going to work. Because I still have to make a parting board, and I still have to make a box and make a mold, and so this week, this will get done this week, the wing. And it is quite a complicated setup. At least we'll get one half done. But if this works out like I think it will, I'll be able to make an elevator stabilizer for an ounce and a half. 2 ounces tops. Where they're 3 ounces normally. Come on. What the hell's going on here? And this was all learned from my tank molding. Okie dokie. I got the vacuum pump, I got the fittings, the hoses, I got everything ready to go. It's sitting right down there. All we need is the mold. I have to hang this up. Yep, I'm gonna have to hang it up because it picked up the glass on this side. The next time I do this, I'll put a stick on it. Stick a stick in it. Come on. This will be a whole lot harder than molding the actual part. Making this plug. Now, normally, a pro modeling shop would make this out of tooling board, but I don't have tooling board. They might even CNC this in aluminum. But I don't have a CNC, nor do I have a piece of aluminum this size. So I'm stuck doing it caveman style. But I'm sure we'll get it done. Let's see, there's a knife. Okie dokie. On the next go around, I might have to put a fiberglass strip around the edges. But whatever finishes on this will be exactly what comes out of the mold. So you think, well, he's adding a lot of fiberglass. Well, resin, I don't care because it's going to get sanded smooth. This thing can weigh 10 pounds. It don't matter. Okay, in order for this to dry, I am going to take this, stick it right there, and hang it up. Now, what can I hang it with? I guess this clamp, maybe. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. I got nothing to hang it on. Oh, maybe I'll take these and God darn it. There it is. It's all laid down. Okay, let me put it in my hanging spot. The fuselage will be done in similar manner. It will be in two halves. I'll have to make two separate molds for the halves. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the elevator stabilizer. That could be balsa wood, 3/16 or 1/8 inch or whatever it is on the plans. So we got any questions on this crazy thing I'm doing? Definitely different than the norm. But as I've stated in the past, I'm kind of burnt out on doing the same thing over and over and over again. So we need to clean these tools up, get some more gloves on. I have some sheet carbon. The spar inside will be sheet carbon fed into each half, so they plug on. What do you clean the epoxy off your tools? Acetone is what I'm going to try, or alcohol. I guess we'll try alcohol. I got a little everything here. Let's try 91 first. Supposed to use denatured alcohol, but I don't have any Coleman fuel. That works. Cleaned up very nicely. Yep. So this instance is 91 proof percent or whatever isopropyl alcohol. Worked fine. And like I say, you're supposed to use denatured alcohol, which is fuel, you know, white gas. So let's get this cleaned up now. Throw that out. This here, if you just let it dry and then flexed it, it would crack right off. Any questions on the Perky? I guess everybody's done this. That stuff wicked right through the wax paper. You believe that? So the wax paper ain't epoxy proof. Unreal. Boy, I wish I had that yellow LA Times wax paper. I'll guarantee that stuff was leak proof. "34 minutes. We got her done in. Now we got blue monocoat again for the next go around. Hope I got the clay. I don't know that I got clay or not. I'll have to look. Alrighty, this video went quick because I had my shit together. Like, subscribe, and share. Super chat when you can. Please join, become a paid subscriber like Steve and Roy and so many others. I mean, there's lots of them. Should be getting some flying weather here shortly. Peel fly. All right. Any questions? Nope. I'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.